This area was once where all of the government officials of Kaen lived. There's a brand new house going up. And it's rather nice, I think. Nice big garden there. It's really nice. It is a bit more Thai style, but to be honest, it's kind of what I like. This is a doer-upper as opposed to a new build. Here's Dennis. This is what 2.5, nearly 3 weeks of being stuck indoors does to you when you're feeling sick and you just can't be bothered doing anything. But everything's good in the world now. I'm about to go out for a decent wander just around where I live, and I want you to come along and I'll show you around. But before I do that, I think it's about time I make my missus happy and shave this off, and most definitely this too. So, are we ready? Let's go. And I'm back to normal. Okay, I'm just gonna jump in the shower and get rid of some of this loose hair, and let's go. Okay, so welcome back with my new hair. That's exactly the same as it always is. But yes, I apologise for being away. I've noticed I had a few nice comments, which is great. I'm not going to dwell on it, but I was ill. You know, remember the last video I had COVID, which I don't even know if you're allowed to say anymore, otherwise you get verbally battered, which you may have read, but I don't care about things like that. Hello, you. Hello. Just stop here. There's a brand new house going up, and it's rather nice, I think. It's of a good size. I think it's like 3 bedrooms or something, but big bedrooms. I don't want to go too close because I don't know the owners and I don't know anything about the place. There doesn't seem to be anybody here at the moment. So, but you can even just about pick out massive chandeliers at the top. It's really opulent. It's not leaving loads of garden, but I don't think that matters to them. They'll get 2 cars on there easily, and you're still going to have a decent chunk of land down the side. Not too many years ago, that was just wasteland, but obviously they bought it up and built on it. Nice, yeah? Might not be everyone's cup of tea, but... Okay, so I found another house that's for sale here. So that's 2 now on the estate where I live. And this one is actually for sale. The other one is, I believe, private. This is definitely for sale. And again, I'll watch this be built, rather. Again, not everyone's cup of tea, but I'll just show you. I have no idea of the price, don't know anything about it, but I'll try and find out in due course. I may even do a video on this one if I can. Let's have a look. There it is. Again, no real garden to speak of. It's just, if you go to the sign here, it's 3 bedroom, 3 bathroom. 2-storey, obviously, detached. It's just got a little bit down the side where you can sit. There's a little bit of garden there, and you've got enough for 2 big cars or trucks or whatever, and still have a space for table and chairs. It is a bit more Thai style, but to be honest, it's kind of what I like. And this one is most definitely for sale. It is one I might even look into, I don't know. Maybe I can talk to the owner, give him a call and see if we can see inside. The only thing I would change instantly would be the front door. The front door, if you can see, sticking through there, is very standard. I think you can improve on that. But lovely house. And yeah, I would consider that. The only problem is you've got the entrance to where I live here. It goes out the front there. And you got the main road there, so everyone comes in and comes out. I'm going to go out onto the main road and show you that in a bit. But yeah, I like this house. It's nice. It's nicely appointed. It looks nice. I like the 3 bold windows at the front. Just that door could change. And you've got plenty of space. It's nice and quiet around here. Anyway, let's move on. It's turning into a house-looking day, but I'm going to take you now down to the bottom end, where there's some absolutely enormous houses. People will look at this one and go, oh no, there's no garden, I want big gardens with loads of space and it's too tight there, there's no gap, blah 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 blah. It's normal Thailand, I'm afraid. That's what you get. Look at all these houses. It's exactly like mine, except mine's actually even just a semi-detached. So there you go. So I'll take you down the bottom end down there now anyway, and I'll show you some of the bigger houses. Here's a couple of the bigger houses, but they are bigger still. But some of these houses, as I've mentioned, I don't want to stay long, it's too private, and I don't really want to film people's houses as such, just quick show and move on. But some of these houses are getting on for 50 years old now. We've got loads and loads of big houses. And this area was once where all of the government officials of Kaen lived many moons ago. Some probably still do, but you know, all big houses, lovely big houses. Just old, just need a bit of TLC, bring them back to life. Here we go. Here's one of the bigger ones, I think. There's another one. So lovely houses, just old, very old. A massive garden at the back. I'm not filming too much on these, but look at the size of this one. From there, goes all the way. That's a big house. That's a monster house. Wow. It says Thais don't have money, eh? Size of that. It's like an American mansion. Beautiful houses, just old. That's the only problem with them. You know, you see them on the top, and the guttering needs a bit of work. Here we have another mansion, exactly the same. Millionaire's Row. Oops. Look at that, stunning. But yeah, some of these are like 50 years old now. They've been put up in the 70s, 80s. You know, another monster there. As I say, a lot of the officials have moved away now. Government officials have gone elsewhere to newer estates, but this was the original one in Kaen, the very original one where I live. I can assure you, my house is nothing like any of these. But it starts there, look, it starts there. It goes all the way to there. It's massive. It's like for a family of 100. I mean, it's beautiful, absolutely stunning, but you literally could have it as a school. Look, it's all the way around. Amazing, eh? How the other half live. A lot of people go, oh yes, in rural cities people don't have money. Rubbish. And look how well kept it is as well. It's old, but it's nice. And it's just full of lovely big trees and everything, which you do get where I live as well. And you've got massive houses. And again, don't think anyone lives in this one. I think this one's currently unoccupied. I don't know how much they'd go for, no idea. But aren't it beautiful? Just enormous, absolutely enormous. This is when people had real money in Kaen. That little building there, the little bit at the side there, the gazebo type thing, whatever you call it, that's about as big as my house. But there you go. But yes, sorry, big crunchy leaves. But it's lovely just walking around here, exercising, and all is good in the world. Nice little touch. Someone's obviously cut the flowers. Must have done it today or yesterday. And there's another one over there. Very cute. quick drive round and show some. Even the smaller houses that are a bit tighter, you know, closer to each other. There they are, there's one for sale. Another one for sale there. It's still, for me, they've got loads and loads of room. There you go, that is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know, what do you think, guys? I mean, don't get me wrong, I live with me, my wife and my 3 cats. I'm not bothered about living in a massive house like this. But if you've got the money, why wouldn't you? Stunning that, isn't it? I have absolutely zero idea how much it goes for or anything, but I know most of these, they need a little bit of TLC to bring them back to life. But I know some guys have commented, look, now, this goes right up to next door. And we have a cat. Hello. Meow, meow. A pregnant cat. Oh, I won't harass you. It's all right, kid. And I know some people don't like that. There's the house, straight onto the next house. Mine's even worse than that. But, you know, absolutely stunning. There's some land there as well. Super, super cool. These are going to be 4, 5 bedroom size, or maybe 3, 4, but massive, massive bedrooms. I don't know, because that middle bit will be the stairs and the landing. But again, if you're interested, let me know and I'll see if I can go and have a look inside. Although, if no one's been here for years, it might be difficult to get in touch with anyone. I don't know. But you let me know, guys. Do you want me to have a look round? I'll ask, see if I can. Same as the new ones. Yeah, on lovely houses. I'm not gonna stick around on the ones where people live, but there's land here, which undoubtedly will be for sale. But it's difficult to find out who, even. Here we've got another enormous garden. Look at some of the landscaping as well. Again, someone lives here, so I'll just keep moving. But stunning, yeah. Absolutely stunning. Just a little bit tired, if anything. Just sounds like me. There you go, another lovely, lovely, lovely house. All over the place. Lovely. Nice big garden there. That's really nice. See, just a modest sized house, but an enormous garden. Hey, I do like it here. It's a lovely place. I'd say it's very, very old and there's a few tired houses, but I love the fact that everything's established, everything's nice. And to do things up in Thailand, it's not that expensive. That's good. Right, now I'm gonna get that goes to a dead end now, that way I know that. And like the houses, some of these trees are 50 years old plus. It's an old housing estate, but it's got some lovely big houses, absolutely enormous gardens, houses. And I want to dispel the myth that Thai people are poor. They're not. Some are, you know. But there's so much wealth as well. And I've actually had a few people asking me recently, well actually over the last few months, well, why don't you show you around my house? You know, I've got no problems with it as such, other than, I know it sounds really weird making YouTube videos, but both myself and my wife, Bo, we're very, very private people, and I kind of want to show you, but don't want to show you. I don't know. So I know Bo's already said, if I show you, she don't want me showing you our bedroom, our bathroom. So maybe I could just show you downstairs at some point. And plus, I don't want thousands and thousands of thousands of beautiful young women who are all so attracted to me coming around my house all the time. Will that happen? It could. Anyway, let's keep looking. Okay, let's continue my ride. And we've got the old football / basketball court there. I've actually played on that once, many moons ago. We just see, oh yeah, some of them on the balconies that come out right to the front, which is, hello, you okay? Don't know what they're doing. I'm too lazy to stop today. I'm not really in a mood for speaking Thai, but I've not really spoken any language for about 2.5, 3 weeks. Beautiful car. Yeah, these are more than normal sort of houses. Still decent size. Nice ornate gate there. Well, yeah, this carries on. Lots and lots of houses. But these are all family orientated houses. Mine's actually only a very small 2-bedroomed semi-detached house that was actually, that's quite nice, that was a detached house. That's a dead end. Have they stole some garden? Oh, it's all a dead end. Huh. Have they stole land? Probably. I don't think I've ever been right down to the end here. Anyway, so yeah, it's just a small house, but for me, my wife, and 3 cats, sorry, it's perfect, absolutely perfect. Doesn't need to be any bigger. It can probably could get 2 cars on the front, but I got 1 truck and I keep it outside anyway on the road. It's a road like this. At this moment in time, I'm not ready to show houses. It's mine and Bo's private house, you know. I kind of want to keep it that way. But as I said, I may at some point in the future show you the downstairs or something. I'm not sure. I'd have to talk to Bo about it because she is a very private person. You notice that she's not in lots and lots of my videos because she doesn't always want to be. So there you go. Yeah, old houses, but nice old houses. And it's just a lovely area. It doesn't flood, except right at the entrance. Has flooded. About every 2 or 3 years it floods. There's another massive house. It's like the size of the windows on that. Wow. I don't really want to stop much now because I'm burning up, but look at the windows on that. Enormous. I don't think anyone lives there now. That's an incredibly big house. Beautiful. And again, for sale. And then others have opted for a bit more land at the front. But a lot of you guys will probably see these and think, nope, they're too close together. I don't want houses close together. But unfortunately, this is as good as you get. Unless you just buy your own land in the middle of nowhere and build it, that's all you get. Instead of chopping. But because of such large quantities of greenery, as you can see everywhere, they're all very private. Now we're getting down to some smaller houses, but it's still 3 times the size of mine. Mine needs painting on the outside as well. It's all knackered and old since we moved in. But yeah, I believe this estate was 30 to 35 years old when we moved in, and we've been there 14 years, so it's most definitely been up for a while. That's obviously quite a nice new one, isn't it? Nice round windows. Cool, eh? Never seen that one before. Another. I can see an empty house. Another empty house there. Can you see? Let's go and have a look round. But that's empty. I've just seen some scaffolding. Is it being done up? Could this be another one? Well, there's a car in it. Yeah, it's been done up. Wow. Obviously they've modernised it. That'll be really nice when it's finished. Theoretically, anyway. But, right, I'm getting tired of riding around in circles now, but this is my estate. This is where I live. People got An English guy I spoke to got confused when I said, yeah, I live on an estate. I think he's quite wealthy. I naturally assumed I meant an enormous house. Oh, there's another house going on. Sorry, Cap. Oh, they're doing a bungalow up there. And he naturally assumed I was living in an enormous country estate, where I was actually, in fact, talking about a housing estate, which is fundamentally different. You know what? No, I thought I was lost then. But yeah, the sun's hot again. It's been the rainy season for ages, as you know, and I've watched a couple of videos of people living in Thailand, like proper people who live here, not turn up for a week's holiday and give their 30 years of experience. You know what I mean? And everyone's moaning because it's just rain, sunny, rain, sunny, rain, sunny. It's kind of like nothing in between. Right, am I going to get over there? Am I? Yes. Okay, we're back here again. All right. And I just found one that's clearly being done up. This is a doer-upper as opposed to a new build, which is a lot rarer in Thailand, but I don't see why. Looks like they're extending the bedroom out of the front and doing a few other things. That would have been the balcony. They'll pull that out and make it a bigger bedroom, though I would like to see one massive big window. Obviously they've extended that at the front and at the side, and they're going to build it big inside. It's going to be nice, that, I imagine. A lot bigger, a lot of living space in the middle as well, and you're still going to have enough room for 2 massive cars or trucks and a big space at the side. But like most Thai houses, you can see the wall at the back. There's absolutely no space at the back, but it doesn't bother me that. It's not a big thing. But it is for some people. Some people want an enormous garden and they're not surrounded and they think that they're overlooked by other people. But it's whatever you want in life, isn't it? You know? I've even got a lovely old post box. Look at that. And another one. 2 post boxes. They must have been very important people at some point. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so that's my estate. And I've decided after this incredibly hot sun today, I have myself a little beer at a corner shop where I sit sometimes, and I have a beer and some nice lei. It's getting on late afternoon now, and this is the first beer in over 3 weeks. And it still tastes terrible. No, it's actually okay. So yeah, that's my estate, that's where I live. I've not shown yet, as I say, my actual house just yet, because I want to keep it private if I possibly can. But this is a lovely big old estate. Where I'm sitting now, there's a few natty old crappy shops, and half of them have closed down. And as you go towards the entrance, that's the bit that actually does flood about once every 3 years. But outside of the estate, on the main road, they're actually doing all of the drainage right now, and it should alleviate that in theory. In practice, I don't know. And the only other problem with living this main road, this is the main road here that goes right the way through. It's like the heart of the estate. It's always busy, especially in the morning, and obviously at rush hour afterwards it's really busy. But there's also a nursery down there, in Thai, nursery, and there's loads of little kids there. And actually, even from my house, if I go into the garden at 4 o'clock, I can hear them going, some little girl of about 4 years, 5 years old, about that big, on the microphone saying, "Come on, I want to go home." It's really cute to hear, but yeah, if things like that annoy you, then an estate like this wouldn't be for you. But this is a really well established old estate, and there are many, many, many of them all over Thailand. And I think, you know, for your average person, you could come here and buy a house, find a house that's a little bit tired. It just needs some TLC putting back into it, and maybe, you know, you want your proper Western style kitchen and all that. You don't want to go and buy a brand new house and then do it. Unless you're going to build yourself, unless you're doing a new build yourself, which is what most people want to do. I'd never want to do that. I really wouldn't. I'd rather get a lovely big old established house with other houses that are in the area, and at the same time, you know, you still got your privacy, because it is a quiet estate other than this main road. But as I said, it goes on, it's probably like a bloody kilometre either every way you go. You know, it's a big old estate, and I really love living here. It's, I don't know, 6-7 kilometres from town, and there is one main bus that goes, not the bus, the Songtail, what do you call them in English, sorry, the BART bus, for some reason. I don't know why they call it a BART bus, because it's about 10 baht, the 10 baht bus, or 9 baht, depends what time of day, it does vary. And also, even better still, Kaen Grab is widely available, and it costs, from our house to, say, Central Plaza, 80 to 100 baht, and you get the fixed price first, so it's really good. But that's how quiet it normally is. Not bad, eh? It's not for everybody, but I love living here. Anyway, the future of this channel, or rather still, the future of me. Nothing's going to change, it's going to be back to normal now. I know I said that in the last video, but I didn't expect to nosedive into being very ill again. Although I didn't feel that ill. It was just my lungs, and I was just short of breath at all times. Anyway, that's gone. Next week, I am going to be going away. I'm going down to Surin, which is right on the border of Cambodia. I'm going right to the border. There's some bit of forest there, and I'm going to go down there with Paul and Paul. That's going to be confusing. Paul, my brother, and another guy called Paul from England, who actually lives up in Yasothon. But we're going to go and meet there. I think it's about 5-6 hours to get there, about 5 hours maybe to get there. I'm going to go and do some forest work. I'm going to go searching for dragonflies and butterflies, while my brother and other Paul shoot off and go looking for birds. And obviously we'll cross over. I'll probably make a video on that. No reason why not. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea to see forest things, but I'll try and make it a bit more lighthearted. And we're not going to stay in the forest at night. We're going to stay in a little resort outside that apparently is about 400 baht. My brother's already been, I've not been yet. And we're going to go back. There's a couple of waterfalls there, there's a couple of streams. That's what I'm going to be hitting. My brother's going to go and look for birds. So I'll show you that. I'll show you the resort. I'll show you, apparently there's a little tiny restaurant-y bar thing there as well. So I'll show you that. And if you're ever in Surin, maybe it's something you can go and visit. And in terms of the channel, back to normal. Everything's hunky-dory again. I'm going to be making 2 normal videos a week, as I have been doing, with an additional video a week. I'm going to start making 3, and someone will be going, well, you're mad, you've just been ill. This is quite a good one. This is one I wanted to do forever, really. It was actually originally what I was going to do. Oh, a skink. I won't show you because it'll just be too fast. It's just a common sun skink. Beautiful things. I'll show you a picture of one if I can find one. What I'm going to start doing is reviewing everyday things in Thailand, primarily food stuff, yeah, food and drink, things like that. And I'm going to do typically 3 different types of bread that you can get from 7-Eleven. Try them, review them, give me my verdict, and let you have a bit of a go at telling me what you think of them. Maybe you think something I like you might find horrible. I don't know. It's just a bit of fun, but it may open the eyes of some people who may be a bit turned off to a few things they see. It's not just going to be 7-Eleven. It's going to be different things that are similar. You know, it might be 3 different types of beer, for example. But I'm not going to be doing I don't know, a classic British beer against a Chang. No, there'll be 3 similar things. So, for example, let's just say the Chang, it'd be Chang, Leo, and Sing, kind of thing, because it rhymes. So yeah, so I'm going to splice that in, and I'm thinking of calling it the weekend review. Yeah, clever, eh? See, you can tell it was advertising. So yeah, that was actually something I thought of. I actually thought of it years ago, and then I put it to one side and thought, I don't know if that's got enough interest with people, but if I do it as part of my channel with other everyday Khon stuff and traveling around Thailand stuff, I think it may be good for people to watch. And as I say, it's just going to be a bit of fun. It's not serious. I'm not a serious reviewer, and let's try and show the lighter side of things by doing it. And I'd like your involvement as well. I'll make a video on it, and once I've got the first video up and running, I'll be asking you what you want me to review, so to speak, within reason. All right? I don't want you to be going, can you review 3 really expensive cars? I'm not doing that, but I'm talking about just everyday things. And I'll be voting it on, obviously, taste or whatever, appearance, and of course, convenience. If you could be talking about the world's best sausages versus standard sausages that you can get in Big C. Well, for convenience, ones that you have to get shipped up frozen, they're not going to win any awards, are they, for convenience? But I think you get what I mean. Anyway, so that will just about do for today. I'm going to finish this off, have my wonderful lay, and I'm going to head on home, and I'll be back on with making more videos anytime now. And I'll just apologise again once more for just being out of action. But as I said, when I get ill, I tend to just shut down. I don't know why I've always done that. I just don't want to do anything. I'd rather just curl up in a ball, duvet over the top of me, and just sleep it off until it's gone. Which is kind of what I did. But for the whole of last week, it was weird. I didn't feel ill at all. But I was walking like, I don't know. I was really short of breath. I sounded more like Darth Vader, going, hello. Actually, it'd be more like Death Vader. I am surviving death right now. Death Evader. Eh? Come on, I'm on form today. Death Evader. I am not going to die. You know what I mean? So, it was out and coughing and spluttering. It would have just made for horrible videos. So, there you go. Talking of which. It's still a little bit there. It's more just now just a tickle. Whereas before it was just like filling up horrible. And when I talk about shutting down, you saw my hair, you saw my beard, and everything. And my missus hates it. And it was just ordering grab almost every day for 2 weeks. Didn't really venture out the house. What do you do? Anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. Just done a bit of a walk around where I live and an update on the channel. Videos are back up and running, guys. Everything is good in the world. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. And, oh, just before I go, congratulations to England women for reaching the final. And to Spain, I suppose. But obviously to England. And I hope you win the final, which will be tonight, according to this video. So, good luck, girls, and see what happens. Imagine winning twice. That'd be great, wouldn't it? As to whether or not I watch it, I don't know. I think it's 11 o'clock here. 5 o'clock in England, so it'll be 11 o'clock here. Anyway, that's another story. Take care, guys. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.